Hi, welcome back to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Deborah Borchardt, and I'm talking with Jim Cramer, and we're looking at Pepsi, which reported their fourth quarter earnings today. And if you looked at the headlines, you'd think, God, this is a horrible quarter. It was profits are falling, things are bad. But if you drill down, there's a lot of good stuff in this.
This is another one where I used to say at the hedge fund, I don't want to know what any headline says. Nothing. I don't even want to know what the text of the release says. I just want to listen to the conference call and I'll make an informed judgment. And the conference call here was rather remarkable because there's been a re-acceleration of Frito-Lay. Frito-Lay is the principal driver here because the price wars between Pepsi and Coke are always unabated. The second driver was a dramatic increase in the amount of international business they do. Coca-Cola had a good number, there's no doubt about it, but they have tremendous headwinds in currency. Pepsi's largely a North American company, and it's been moving very aggressively international. They just got to say so for 3 new China plants. They can make a lot of money in China. The commodity cost, they forecast that this quarter will still not be good, but the second half is going to be terrific. These were all in the conference call. This is why the stock should be making its way very quickly back to 55.66, and we bought some in the middle of the conference call because it was going so well.
Do you think people did get concerned a little bit about that? Because they did say that the first half of the year, the first quarter was going to be challenging.
No, because that's what you...
they were honest,
Inter knew he played it correctly, which is to say, look, if everybody else says it's challenging, we'll say it's challenging too, even though we've got tremendous momentum. And a lot of the questions were actually literally being very skeptical of the, let's say, the under-promising of the first quarter, which I regard as being very good. Pepsi's growing its way out of this dilemma. Most of the food companies I'm dealing with are not growing their way out. This was an exceptional quarter. The stock was down very big. There was a huge move by hedge funds, first to get out of these stocks because they felt they were hiding in them, and then to be short them. And you don't get Coca-Cola, a $100 billion company, up 3 unless people are shorting it. There was a huge amount of short interest in Pepsi. I think that this shows you that it's misplaced to short the growth staple companies, the growth staple companies.
Yeah,
Procter has a tremendous deceleration in growth, which is why we're anxious to sell our tag-in piece of Procter for action alerts.
And Jim's right, because the food, North American food revenue grew 5%. The Frito-Lay North America reported a 7% sales growth. Quaker Foods North revenue grew 2%. And it just was, Latin America foods edged up another percent.
FLANA, which Frito-Lay North America, is the driver of earnings here. Last year they were doing 5.6. Here they go up to 7. That's a very big incremental gain. It generates a lot of cash for the company, which is why the company's still buying back stock. This has got to be your favorite soft goods name right here.
And we haven't had an opportunity to have a lot of good news coming out lately.
Just quickly mention off target, but Mo, Altria, they lost a court decision first stage. You're always going to lose the first stage in these. People sell these stocks off. As someone who studied this and someone who went to law school and was a lawyer, I can tell you that you buy Altria on any of these first stages. They then win on all the next stages. No judge is going to deny anyone the right to sue. And that's, you always get the right to sue. And then once you have the right to sue, you will lose to Altria.
Okay, and just as a reminder, Pepsi is in Jim's Action Alerts Plus portfolio. And if you want to get some more information on that portfolio, just email us at action@thestreet.com.